Sure.
So I'm going to yield back, and I'm going to recognize the ranking member for 5 minutes.
I thank the chairman. I first must respond to Mr. Hilton's inflammatory comments on my statement. Rules that prevent people's roofs from burning, rules that get rid of inflammatory material around homes, rules that mean that the house next door is less of a fire threat to your own. These are rules that save lives. Blanket deregulation would heighten fire risk, not lower it. We have heard claims from Republicans, including President Trump, that the water systems in California were strained because of overregulation. But with the exception of one small reservoir that was down for scheduled maintenance, the reservoirs were full when the fire started. According to some estimates, when the Palisades fire started, there were 3 million gallons of water stored locally. But the demand to fight the fires was 4 times greater than the system had ever encountered. The widespread and simultaneous use of hydrants across the affected area did cause water pressure to drop, but as experts have explained, quote, hydrants are designed for fighting fires at 1 or 2 houses at a time, not hundreds. As one expert in the field observed, quote, we have really no lack of water. What we have is an infrastructure that is not made to fight cataclysmic fires, biblical-sized fires. Director Freefault, for these large-scale urban fires like ones in Eaton and Palisades, would you say that these are once-in-a-career fires?
Thank you for the question. Initially, when I started, maybe. But we can look at, you have plenty of access to the history and records and severity of wildland urban interface fire institutes or incidents. They're certainly on a rise. But I would also mention that to date, our largest acreage, life and property losses actually occurred a long time ago. First one was, at least it was recorded in this way, 1871 in Peshtigo, Wisconsin. That was burned somewhere between 1.5 million to 2.4 million acres. Between 1,200 to 2,500 people were killed. It jumped Green Bay. 16 towns were burned in that process.
Thank you. I have one other question. After large fires like these, we should be doing everything we can to help people in need, not pointing fingers and trying to blame elected leaders. You made a number of recommendations, but what would be most helpful to the people of California during this difficult time?
Well, right now we need to focus on the recovery part, for sure. As we move forward, I'll go back to the 3 concurrent integrated actions that I mentioned in my opening statement. We have to prioritize selective management of fuel treatment immediately around wildland urban interface communities. We need to retroactively harden the existing inventory of structures. And we need to require evidence-based mitigations to be included in the pricing of risk.
Thank you. I now yield the balance of my time to the gentleman from California, Mr. Liu, who can speak to the devastation and the need for disaster relief funds.
Thank you, Ranking